Detroit.
Buffalo After Dark is proud to recommend I Barbecue for You. Pre-orders are suggested by calling 716-880-7667. I Barbecue for You, Buffalo's new barbecue destination.
Just move the Coyotes. Don't do another expansion.
Right? It would never crossed my mind. So somebody called the house when I was out mowing the grass.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Holy shit, your face is like purple.
Are you still up? Now in their fifth season, it's Buffalo After Dark.
Welcome to Buff After Dark, everybody. It is Wednesday night, March 5th, and of course, it's our last Wednesday night show for a while because this guy Hansen here has some beer league hockey that's going to be coming up.
Yeah, you know what? Things happen for a reason. But how you doing this week, Tom?
Not bad. We got our intro fixed finally,
Yay.
so we got that all set. And then other than that, not a bad day. Got a good pizza over at Carbone's over the weekend, so that was good. Gotta say, the medium and the garlic parm mix, that is definitely two good things put together.
Yeah, I had a banh mi for dinner tonight, which is kind of like, if you don't know what it is, it's a Vietnamese type of sandwich. It has like
Yeah.
vegetables and spicy meat on it. It's pretty good.
hmm Yeah, it actually reminds me there's a good place near my house and actually it's up in Niagara Falls, but good Thai food actually, and I've had it once since I moved here, but not bad. So it's one of those things. I might have to give that another shot one of these days.
Seems about right.
Yeah. So with that being said, and actually I'll give it a quick plug, and no, they don't pay us. It's called Mandalay. It's over on Niagara Falls Boulevard. So definitely check it out. Get the curry chicken's good. The coconut rice is good, and they have a good pad thai. So can't complain about that.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah, but that being said, of course, we are live on YouTube's and on Facebook. So of course, if you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to check out our older episodes, including last week's, go to Spotify and you'll see all of season 4 and all of season 5 so far on there. So that being said, we've got an hour and we got a lot to dive into. So the first thing, the NHL trade deadline. Yes, a looming deadline, and we've already got some action happening.
Yep, six trades to be exact. And so far, we're going to go over all of them. And the trade deadline for the NHL this year is on Friday at 3 p.m., which is March 7th. So if your team is a contender or a seller, then this is the kind of type of year that you would want to be active and you want to kind of get involved with your team in here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and one of the things, Kevin Adams, don't do anything stupid because your Sabres look like shit, obviously, and quite honestly, you should have been fired already, especially after that pitiful loss to San Jose 6-2 last night, and then two straight losses to Montreal where we didn't show up. Yeah, if you guys watched it, it was not worth it. I'll just say, and Tage Thompson was right. The team took the night off.
You know what, though? I'll say this, and I'll be completely real with you, is I didn't even watch the Sabres game because I was so amped up about Daredevil Born Again on Disney Plus, and it's been like 7 years since Daredevil was on TV, so I was so excited to watch it. And no, I saw that again for the first time in a long time, then that pathetic portion of a team, which is known as the Buffalo Sabres.
Yeah, so note to Kevin Adams: if you want to do the right thing, resign.
Well, if it makes you feel better, he's already done stupid shit, and I bet you didn't even know about it.
Well, obviously, we kind of figured he's going to be doing some stupid things, but we'll cover that here in just a moment. But one of the bigger trades, and actually, this is one that you just sent in our little chat here that we use off the air. But the Pittsburgh Penguins acquired a 2028 fifth round draft pick from the San Jose Sharks. Kind of funny, we were just talking about them in exchange for defenseman Vincent Descharnais.
Yeah, let's talk about that real quick. So Pittsburgh gets a 2028 fifth round pick from the Sharks in exchange for Vinny DeHarnay. Vinny DeHarnay was in the fucking JT Miller trade not even a month ago.
Yeah, really. And he's already changing the coasts.
Oh my God. Imagine that. Imagine being Vinny DeHarnay in one of the
Ugh.
biggest trades in the NHL in a while, and all of a sudden you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna be fine in Pittsburgh. Oh no, I'm being flipped for a fifth. Fuck me. Is that much? Is that how low they think of me?"
Yeah, really. Although, if you want to know a really funny trade, how about Vitek Vanacek being traded to the Panthers by the San Jose Sharks for Patrick Giles?
Who the fuck is that? Somebody please help me here. Who
Hey,
the
Rob
fuck
Hazy,
is?
if you're watching, jump on because I know you'd love to go off about Vanacek.
Oh yeah, it's like who the fuck is fucking Patrick Giles? And then I later found out that he is an AHL player who's only played 9 games for them for the Charlotte Checkers.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, quite literally. I'm shocked. Yeah, imagine being the Florida Panthers that instead of, we'll talk about the trade that evolved up with it. Instead of, keeping Spencer Knight for the long-term future, yeah, let's just go get Vitek Vanacek.
Yeah. And he hasn't played since Saturday when he made 27 saves in a 5-3 loss against the Senators, and he was held out of the lineup last night against the Sabers, obviously. So, basically, the way it worked out, 3-10-3 this year when he's been between the pipes.
He is
Three,
god awful.
yeah, 3.88 goals against and an 882 save percentage.
I mean, I would be that way too if I was playing for the Sharks.
Oh God, yeah, he sucks.
Yeah,
So,
he was phenomenal in the Caps. I mean, I don't know what happened to
yeah,
him.
I don't know. Like he just totally collapsed.
Quite literally. And I
Yeah.
mean, it's in a way, it's kind of hilarious because Vitek Vanacek, like he's terrible as a starter, but as a decent backup, he's not terrible. But hope for the best in Florida. In Florida, yeah, for Vanacek. That it's gonna be interesting where he goes from here.
Yeah, definitely. But how about this three-team trade that ended up coming up? So,
Which
Tampa.
one?
So let's talk about Tampa, Seattle, and Detroit first because that's one of the bigger ones with Oliver Bjorkstrand, Yanni Gord, and Michael Eissemont.
Oh yeah. Okay. So for those who don't fully know, I didn't know this trade was happening because the words from Elliot Freeman on X were so cryptic. He said that there was a very good chance that Yanni Gourde was going to stay put in Seattle, but I guess not. So, for context, Oliver Bjorkstrand, Yanni Gourde, and prospect Kyle LaCoin, who, by the way, that's the son of Islanders legend defenseman Adrian LaCoin. That's his NCAA rights to the Tampa Bay Lightning. And in the deal, the Seattle Kraken are getting from Tampa Mikey Eisenmont. I believe he was from San Jose at the time. So he's going to Seattle. They're getting a 2025 second round pick, which originally belonged to the Leafs. Then you have a 2026 conditional top 10 protected first round pick. And the same thing applies in 2027. And then the Red Wings are involved in this one too. So, as a way of helping them with the cap, the Red Wings are being rewarded a 2025 conditional fourth round pick, which is between one of the two picks between Edmonton or Tampa, and they're going to be retaining 25% of Yanni Gourde's salary.
Actually, it's 50% from what's being
50?
reported on NHL.com.
Well, yeah. Yanni Gourde's is being 50% of it is being retained by Seattle, 25% of it is being retained by Detroit, but the Red Wings are also retaining 25% of Gourde's contract.
Wow, crazy.
Honestly, if I had to pick a winner for that trade, I have to put my money down on the Kraken. Seriously, who
Yeah,
the fuck trades two first round picks for
yeah.
two guys who are not even budding superstars? Is Tampa just all of a sudden, are they just suddenly going back in, all in again to go back to the cup?
They might be trying to, but it's like right now Tampa needs all the help they can get.
I mean, good lord. I mean, look at these idiots. You trade two first rounders for Yanni Gourde. Okay, he was a big part of your Stanley Cup team a few years ago, and Oliver Bjorkstrand's abysmal contract. And then right now they are sitting at 36-21-4 with 76 points with 61 games, and they're 3 points behind both the Florida Panthers and the Toronto Maple Leafs for first place in the Atlantic Division. So Tampa just adding those two guys along, is that just gonna magically make them, Stanley Cup contenders? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough to say.
It's tough to say. Bjorn Strand is serviceable. I think he's 28, if I remember correctly. Yanni Gourde is definitely older. Yanni Gourde has had a history of injuries, and he's older too. I believe he's in his mid 30s. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he is. And so I mean, good job Seattle. You made a lot out of nothing. So it's a good thing. But then we had another three-team trade, and this happened on March 4th. So the Edmonton Oilers acquired forwards Trent Frederick, Max Jones, and Peter Hauser in a three-team trade involving the Boston Bruins and the New Jersey Devils. Boston gets defenseman Max Wanner, a second-round pick in the 2025 draft, and a fourth-round pick in the 2026 NHL draft. And the Devils get forward Shane LaChance.
Yeah, so Frederick Jonathan Hauser, who is a citing rights prospect from Boston, is going to Edmonton. Boston is going to be retaining 75% of this remaining salary. 75%. So New
That's
Jersey's
nuts.
involved. Yeah, that is nuts. So New Jersey is in this deal. So it says here that Boston's going to retain 50% of Frederick's salary, and the Devils are going to be retaining 25% of the salary. So as a way of helping out, they're getting a prospect in Shane LaChance, who is right now playing for the Boston Terriers. So I mean, good for them. And this one came from, I believe, Edmonton. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
So yeah, going from Edmonton to New Jersey. And for the Bruins, getting Max Wanner, they also get a 2025 second, which originally belonged to the St. Louis Blues, and the 2026 fourth rounder is going from Edmonton.
Yeah, it's another crazy deal there, and Edmonton's trying to do as much as they can right now to try and get McJesus the cup, but they still have a lot of work to do.
If I had to pick a winner right now for this trade, I'm gonna give it to Edmonton because you're getting easily the best player in this trade, which is Trent Frederick. I mean, Max Jones is serviceable too, but the Bruins, you could just tell the Bruins are really going downhill this year. I mean, if you look at them right now, they're only 2 points out of the wild card spot.
Yeah.
They're 2 points behind the Rangers. They're 2 points behind the Red Wings. They're a point and a half behind both Ottawa and Montreal. And the Islanders are right up their ass. So there's really like no definitive answer if the Bruins make the playoffs. But I think trading Trent Frederick is an indication that they don't feel confident that they're going to make the playoffs this year.
Yeah, seriously. And then on top of it, the Florida Panthers did another deal, and they ended up getting defenseman Seth Jones and a fourth round pick in the 2026 NHL draft from the Blackhawks for goaltender Spencer Knight and a first round pick in 2026.
All right, I'm going to put this one right here. The condition of this trade is that the Panthers are going to be, I'm sorry, the Blackhawks are retaining $2.5 million dollars of Seth Jones' salary. And you just said just now that the Panthers also got Seth Jones in a fourth rounder in 2026, and the Blackhawks got Spencer Knight in the 2026 first. There is a condition in this pick, and the condition is that it shifts to 2027 if the Florida Panthers do not have it. So chances of them trading another first round pick to help them win another cup, that's very, very possible. You know what I mean? Like Florida has been throwing first round picks like the fucking Rams in the last couple of years.
Yeah, really.
Remember when the Rams a few years ago won the Super Bowl with Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald, Von Miller, Drew Stafford? That's what this reminds me of. The Panthers are basically saying, fuck them picks. They are literally throwing them out the window and they're going all in. But in a sense, if you think it logically, Florida has a serious issue. They don't have any defensemen right now because Ekblad, I believe, is a UFA. Matthew Tkachuk is going to be on LTIR until at least the end of the regular season. So Florida, I think, had $8 million open to the cap just for that purpose. So at this point, to get rid of Spencer Knight, I think is a huge mistake because this to me could turn into what Hasek was for the Sabres. But this could happen for Chicago.
Right, right. Which, of course, the Ashik trade is regarded as the worst trade ever by the Blackhawks. So we all know how that turned out. The goalie
Yeah.
with a slinky for a spine.
Like, sure, Florida is a cup contender, but as terms of like the long-term future, I'm giving it to the Blackhawks easily.
Yeah, yeah. And then we had a couple other trades from March 1st. So the Minnesota Wild acquired forward Gustav Nyquist from the Nashville Predators for a second round pick in the 2026 NHL draft. Uh, I wonder how our friend in Nashville's feeling about that one.
He probably doesn't know because he's an asshole.
Okay.
I'm just saying, but I 2 point so 25% of Gustav Nyquist's salary is going back to Nashville in that trade. But Nyquist is going back for a second stint to Minnesota, so there's that. But the one I think that really caught a lot of people's attention was the one that took place on Saturday between the Rangers and the Avalanche.
Ooh, yep, that was an interesting one. So Jimmy Vesey's on the move again. He actually got acquired by Colorado along with defenseman Ryan Lindgren and Hank Kempf from the Rangers in exchange for defenseman Kelvin DeHaan, forward Yuso Parsonen, and a conditional fourth and second round picks in the 2025 draft.
Okay, first off, this is again just like the Boston trade with Trent Frederick. I feel like the Rangers are giving up here because Chris Drury, I think, is he's clearly showing he's an incompetent GM, and I feel like it's clearly showing in the cards. But I think Colorado is taking an advantage of their salary cap move ever
Mm-hmm.
since they traded Mikko Rantanen because I feel like half of the picks that they traded to because think of it like this: I believe one of the picks that was in the deal was from the Ranton deal that took place a month ago. So now, if you take a Colorado's, blue line, you now have two pairs of top four defense pairings. You have Devin Taves, Kale McCarr, then you have Ryan Lindgren, and there was another defenseman in there. Not Sam Gerard.
No, Hank Kempf.
Was who? No,
Hank,
no, 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 no. I'm talking about their current lineup.
oh, okay.
I'm talking about Colorado's current lineup. There's another defenseman. I forget his name. It's on the tip of my tongue. I know who it is. If I just look it up real quick. Fuck, who was it? Josh Manson. That's who it was. So Sam Gerard, Olivier Killington, Ryan Lindgren, Kale McCarr, Sam Malinsky, Josh Manson, Keto Middleton, and Devin Taves are all on the Avalanche. That's pretty freaking good.
Yeah, I mean they're pretty stacked right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So now you have two pairs of top four. You have two lines with two pairing defensemen. So that's pretty damn good overall.
Hmm. Definitely helps. He's especially needed out in the West, so that's a
Big
big
time.
thing. But then we did have a couple things with the Sabres. Of course, Jordan Greenway got extended, which okay, I'm fine with that. He's one of the few that actually will drop the gloves. He's one of the few that actually gives a shit for the Sabres. So he's gonna be here for another 2 years.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think it was worth it because I remember when Trevor was on here a while back and he was
Hmm.
talking about Jordan Greenway about how much he hates his ass.
Yeah.
Well, I actually was watching some clip in recent games, and I could kind of see Trevor's point, where he was saying at that time he said that Jordan Greenway is a bit of like a pussy, basically. By
Hmm.
basically he starts a fight, but then when it gets serious, he backs out of it, and then all the refs and the his line mates come into
Yeah.
his defense. I could see what he's talking about now.
Yeah, I mean, and there is some truth to it. So, I mean, Trevor's not wrong.
He's not. But the thing is Greenway, again, he serves no purpose. I mean, I know his job is to be the team's tough guy, but
Hmm.
other than that, he doesn't do dick. And he hasn't done dick since he got traded here, but what, 2023?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He has flashes here and there. There are times he will show up. There are times he doesn't. But this whole team is a shit show right now in terms of how the lines are. Other than your top line, I mean, who the fuck do you have?
There's really no one there. I mean, yeah, you have Tage Thompson, you have Rasmus Dahlin, that's really it.
Right.
I mean,
Power hasn't done anything. Cousins doesn't do shit. Alex Tuck, he either shows up or he doesn't.
Tuck is serviceable though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying he's like a total bust by any means. I mean, he is
No,
serviceable. I mean, and then you look at Bowen Byram. He's your best defenseman other than Rasmus
Dahlin.
Dahlin.
Quite literally. I mean, it's bad enough. You have Jacob Bryson, Bo Byron, Connor Clifton. Oh my God, he sucks. Then
Yeah,
you have Dennis Gilbert, Henry Yoki who, by the way, is
should have been
being
gone
linked.
a long time ago.
Well, I was just about to say that he's being linked to the New York Rangers.
Good, get his ass out of here. Let Drury take him.
Oh yeah, Owen Power. Jesus Christ, he's
He,
horrible.
yeah, he should have been down in Rochester. Honestly, to start, he shouldn't have been up here with a $7+ million a year deal.
Yeah, and Matthias Samuelson. Oh my God. Can we please just hire an exorcist to come down to the Key Center, the Key Bank Center, and just perform a goddamn exorcist on these fucking contracts?
Yeah, it's like, why? Like Matthias Samuelson misses at least 20+ games every single year.
It's not worth it.
He's like
And
Zach Bogosian. He's injury prone.
Zach Bogosian has two Stanley Cups, Tom.
Right, but at the same time, when Bogosian was here, he was like injury prone.
He was injury prone, but he was a hard hitting defenseman. I
Well,
mean, I
right,
remember.
right. I will say he wasn't afraid to like hit people in the corner and fight people. But it's like, come on, Matthias Samuelson, you're like Tanner Glass. It's like you're hurt all the time and you do nothing.
Tanner Glass.
Isn't
You're
her one
not
I
wrong on
watched?
that, though.
Oh God, Tanner Glass is fuck.
Oh my God, Tanner
Bringing
Glass.
that name back from a while ago.
Oh, fucking hell, dude.
uh,
Well, his name sounds perfect because he is literally made of glass.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, Matthias Samuelson is made of glass.
You know what's bad on the Sabres? That their best player is Tage Thompson. Can we please get him some help? Because
Yes.
you are not getting shit from Zach Benson, who, by the way, I'm starting to feel bad for him. You know, he should
Right.
not be up here. He should be in fucking Rochester.
Yeah, he really should be. He should be getting playing time down in Rochester, and he should be developing. But no, Kevin Adams is in his infinite wisdom. Let's have him up here with the big club. Let's give him big dollars.
Ooh. Tom, we have breaking news, my friend.
Okay.
We have a big trade to announce, and it's a small piece of a big trade between the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Nashville Predators. And it's
Ooh.
being said that Tommy Novak and Luke Shen are going to the Pittsburgh Penguins in exchange for Michael Bunting.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is in development as we speak.
Nice.
Oh my God.
That will definitely make some good changes on both sides.
Yeah, for certainty. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is a horrible trade. Wait. Stop. Time out. Stop.
I had to
Luke
purposely
fucking Shen.
I had
You
to
go from
purposely set you up on that one.
you went from one shitty team to
To another
another.
shitty team.
Oh my God. Michael Bunting sucks.
Yes, he does.
He was good 5 years ago when he was on the Leafs.
Yeah, he ain't worth it now.
Oh my God. No, yo, we have to keep this in the. This is fucking hilarious.
Now, here's a funny moment of the season. Basically, I'm setting you up thinking these people are good and they're not.
They're not good at all. And then, oh my
They suck
God.
ass. They're like Buffalo Sabres level of suck ass.
Oh God. Poor bastard.
Really. Go from one bad situation to another bad situation. Man,
So
he's got some badass karma on him.
yeah, so we're waiting more on the details from Mr. Friedman about the details of this trade, and once we find out, we will tell you guys in advance.
Yeah, absolutely. But kind of going back to the Sabres and their situation.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, okay.
All I can
Well,
say, Kevin Adams, you should have been fired 2 years ago. And quite honestly, clean out all of the executive office. Be done with everybody. Get yourself a president of hockey operations. We've said that so many times on the show in the 5 years we've been on. And seriously, go get yourself a coach like Gallant. Go get yourself a coach like Boudreaux or someone like a Laviolette or someone along those lines that actually will light a fire under this team. And for the love of God, this core fucking sucks.
yeah, this team sucks, and Adams has literally ran this team to the ground. So piss poor. He's incredibly lucky that he was willing to listen to the fans about Devin Levi, but not Zach Benson, but not
Right,
Owen Power.
right.
No. Devin Levi is the second coming of Christ. He's gonna walk on water for everyone to witness.
Yeah. And look at you threw him out there to fail. You put him in Rochester where he's actually developing properly now. He's actually their number one goaltender. And right now, Levi is playing great in Rochester. He's like a .97 something save percentage. I mean, that is numbers you want to see.
Yeah,
He's playing
big
well
time.
and he's developing, which is what should have happened in the first place.
I agree. And take a look at this. So if you look at the Sabres roster right now, half of them should not be here right now. Guys
Exactly.
like Okay, so I'm going to run down the list real quick.
Yeah.
You have Zach Benson. He has to go to
Yeah.
Rochester, but they
Owen
won't
Power
do it.
should be gone to Rochester, but he's making 7 mil a year.
Dylan Cousins, fuck off.
He should have been
Seriously.
gone last year.
Jordan Greenway, shoot me. He's here for 2 more years,
Yep.
unfortunately. Peyton Krebs, what a disappointment. Yuri Kulig, I'll keep around. Yuri Kulig's a
Yeah.
good player.
He's all right.
I'll keep him around. Lafferty, Sam Lafferty. What a
What the
waste
fuck
of.
is his point? What the fuck is his purpose on this team?
I don't know. Beck Malenstein. Oh my God. Oh, we like his
Jesus.
grid. Fuck off.
What's he done
They-
since like game 4?
yeah, quite literally.
Nothing.
Oh, here we go. Here's another one. Ryan McLeod.
What the hell's he done?
To be fair, he did get a hat trick like a month ago, but that's not the point.
Yeah, big
Ryan
fucking deal.
McLeod.
It's his only flash of the season.
I'm still pissed off that they traded for him and gave up Savoy in the process, who, by the way, has more points than him.
Yeah,
Not
that
even
was
on
a
Bucks
stupid
fan.
trade.
Seriously. Then you have JJ Peterka, who is a stud, who, by the way, his name's been coming up in trade rumors, but a lot of people are really fear-mongering of the idea that the Sabres might not be able to afford him as far as giving him a qualifying offer, which they should be able to do.
Right,
Because the
because
cap's going.
Adams doesn't spend shit.
Yeah, Jack Quinn, another player that should have been sent down years ago.
Exactly.
Tage, definitely keeping Tage.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
He's like your number one player.
Tuck, I would trade at this point. I like Alex Tuck, but he's too old.
Get
I mean,
something
he's
for
not.
him.
He's not old, but it's just
It's
he's
not
not
the
gonna-
right fit.
it's not. And Lindy, again, I've said it before, is I really didn't want him back, and yet the Sabres just found a way to piss me off it more. And lastly, who's been a surprise is Jason Zucker.
Right, which I didn't expect a whole ton from him, but we're seeing what we're seeing with Zucker.
Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to keep him around if it's not too expensive by any means.
Right.
Maybe you give him like a 2 for 3 or something like that. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I mean, that would be reasonable. I mean, he
Exactly.
doesn't suck ass like some of the other players we've got.
Yeah, we already went over the deep hair because half of
The
it is
deep hair is a
mediocre.
fucking joke.
It really is. But the goaltending is an interesting one because you have Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen and James Reimer. Okay.
Oh,
Lu-
God, Reimer.
Oh God. Yeah, Reimer, you need to retire, dude. You're just Craig Simpson. The only difference is
Yeah.
you're a fucking bench warmer. Then you have Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. I like Luke, but
When
I
he's
feel like
good, he's good. When he
good,
sucks,
he's not.
he's really sucks.
Yeah. It's kind of a crazy ordeal. I wish that the pairing was Levi and Luukkonen, but we knew Levi had to spend another year at Rochester. At
Yeah.
least that's the perspective I get out of all of it.
Right, and it's a good thing for Levi. He's getting a lot of playing time now.
Yeah. So
Ugh, God.
so we actually have some information coming out of the Nashville Pittsburgh deal,
Okay.
and both Michael Bunting and Luke Shen each have 1 more year on their current deals. Tommy Novak has 2 on his current deal. So this guy is going from hockey hell to hockey hell.
Yeah, really.
That trade makes no fucking sense.
No, that is just beyond stupid. That probably is like one of the stupidest trades we've seen all year.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Jesus.
My God. If anything else is stupid happening during the show, we will let you know. But in the process, what were you going to talk about?
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's say, oh yeah, the Stadium Series ratings.
Yes. The Stadium Series. You know, I actually watched the Stadium Series. It was actually fun. I actually liked it. It was a nice environment. But the game in general is the most viewed Stadium Series game on US cable and most viewed on all platforms since 2019. And the game averaged 1.6 million viewers on ESPN, which is peaking around 1.8 million, making it the most watched regular season game on ESPN's networks since they were reacquired in 2021.
So that's a good thing. It's like, hey, and the Stadium Series is good for the NHL. It's a good way to promote it.
But it's also what you do with it. Because,
Yeah.
for example, Columbus and Detroit, because of the OSU and Michigan rivalry in college football, that makes sense.
Right.
And then, what was I going to say? Then you have, next year, you have the Lightning and the Bruins, which makes no sense at all. And then
Right.
the Winter Classic is the fucking Rangers and Panthers in fucking Miami.
Which
Wait,
makes no sense.
It really doesn't. Okay, so Pittsburgh made 2 deals.
Oh,
One,
Jesus.
so yeah. So we already talked about the Desharnais deal, right?
Yeah.
He's going to San Jose, and Michael Bunting is out. So
Right.
So altogether, they got Tommy Novak, Luke Shen, and a 2028 fifth round pick just for those two trades.
What the hell are you thinking, Pittsburgh?
I don't know. It's your second team. You could bitch about them all you want.
They're just as bad as the Sabres. What the fuck do I want to bitch about two teams for? It's like, what do you want me to do? Get like stressed out and like be causing myself to drink on air again or some shit? Come on. It's like bad enough one team sucks. Now I got a second team that sucks.
Dude, I'm an Islander fan. You should know that too.
Yeah, true. Which it is funny because now I get the Islanders feed up here on cable, so now I get to watch your team suck.
Oh, great. Thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah, exactly. Which I got to watch them last night, along with the Sabres game last night. They're only one channel apart.
That's that's even better.
I know. And in full 4K, HDR10.
Quite literally.
Yeah, it's
Jesus.
like the highest def of the. It's the highest ultra def of the highest ultra def you can get right now.
Quite literally. Oh, and there is rumors that the Kings and the Lightning are the front runners for Alex Tuck. But apparently, in a deal for Tuck, the Sabres want Quentin Byfield.
Okay.
That is not going to happen. As much as I like Quentin Byfield.
No, Kevin Adams is probably on another planet right now.
He's delusional.
He is.
He's
He has
delusional.
no business being a GM.
No, he's not. And he's only there because Pagula likes yes men. And
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Adams is a perfect example of this.
Yeah, exactly. But yet, on the Bills, he doesn't give a shit because Bean does his own thing. And he wins.
If it's bad enough too that there's probably going to be more trades down the line. I'm still confuzzled about the whole Michael Bunting to Nashville trade. What the hell was that all
That
about?
was like one of the stupidest damn trades I've heard of in like the last 5 years.
Yep. And Darren Drager said this just now. He said the Buffalo Sabres have received numerous offers, strong offers for futures on a myriad of players potentially in play. The Sabres don't need draft picks or prospects, which is kind of true because they have
Right.
so many. They need a legit roster players, and Adams remains open to big moves, but it could be a quiet deadline in Buffalo.
So guess what? Adams is doing nothing. Get used to it.
Yep, and it gets even worse. So Ellie Freeman on the 33 Talks podcast said that Kevin Adams has been willing to make deals all season long, but it has to be a hockey trade. Oh, you mean like what Pittsburgh Nashville just did? That is that what he means?
Yeah. Or
Uh,
what Pittsburgh and San Jose just did, or the three-team deals that we saw the last 2 days.
Yeah. So meaning that they aren't looking for futures and trades that make them better now. And he has also heard that the players are, quote, beaten down from the constant, long losing, frustrating season. No shit, Sherlock.
Right.
And that,
Everybody knows that. And one of the things that came out on The Athletic, the Buffalo Sabres are the most unstable and biggest mismanaged team in all of hockey.
big time. And there is genuine fear to trade high end players due to potential of them winning elsewhere. Oh, it's not like we've seen this movie before. We saw it with, oh, Ryan O'Reilly, Jack Eichel, Sam Reinhart. Oh my God, Kyle Oposo too?
Yeah.
God.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Kyle Okposo goes to the Florida Panthers, wins a cup and retires. Jack Eichel goes to the Vegas Golden Knights, wins a cup in his second season with the Golden Knights. And he's in the
Yeah,
playoffs every single year now.
yeah, Riley O'Reilly. Yeah, Ryan O'Reilly went to the St. Louis Blues in his first year. It went to the Conn Smythe and wins the Stanley Cup.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I hate life. And here's the best one of them all. The rumors surrounding Dylan Cousins and the Red Wings are, quote, very real.
Oh, sweet Jesus. What are we going to get for him?
I don't know. Don't blame me. I'm just the messenger.
Right.
Don't blame
Although
me.
I wouldn't mind seeing Dylan Cousins go because he's just a waste of roster space here at this point. So,
Dylan Cousins is just a waste of oxygen, period.
yeah, it's like he hasn't done a damn thing like for the Sabres in God knows how long.
You think that's bad, dude? In my neck of the woods, the talks has been about Brock Nelson as of late. Because right now, this deadline with all the players that are available is a pretty weak deadline. But
Mm-hmm.
of all the players that are available, Brock Nelson is the best one.
Oh, God, that, yeah, you guys got problems down there.
Well, the issue is that Lou Lamoriello is going to sign Brock Nelson at 33 years old. He's going to sign into an 8-year deal, give him eight and a half, $9 million, and make the Islanders much, much older. Now, if they're smart, I would rather trade him for the right price. And if you can't
Hmm.
find a deal, unless the Islanders do something crazy and make a big ass deal at the trade deadline, uh, add more scoring because they desperately need it,
Right,
and maybe get some help with the blue line, maybe and make a just maybe make a late push in the playoffs. But at this point of the season, you have to do it now because there's not much time left to do it.
right. Got to take that run. And obviously, the Sabres, I'm going to predict it now, we're going to miss the playoffs again.
I knew this was going to happen in October,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
I
I mean,
said
we
that.
knew it was bad.
And as for the Islanders, they're only 3 points out of a playoff
Yeah,
spot.
I might actually be able to watch you guys play playoff hockey.
Quite literally. So they have to catch up to the Bruins, the Canadiens, the Senators, the Red Wings, the Blue Jackets, and the Rangers.
Yeah,
Oh dear God, fuck the Rangers! I hope these bastards lose at some
right.
point. They're
And
another dysfunctional shit
yeah,
show.
and as for the Sabres, there's no way you should have lost twice to Montreal in the last like 5 days, and there's no way you should have lost to San Jose last night.
Yep. And there isn't a conditional pick in the Michael Bunting deal. So it's basically everybody that's already in the deal. We said it's Shen, Bunting, and
Hmm.
whatever. Nashville is getting a 2026 fourth round draft pick for him.
Oh wow, they're actually not getting just future considerations.
Yeah, quite literally. You can only get future considerations if it's a one for one deal. You know what I mean?
Right, right. But you know where I'm going. I mean, it's like, hey, they actually got a pick.
Yeah. So Bunting in a fourth in 2026 to Nashville for Novak and Shen. Again,
Yeah,
that trade makes no sense at all.
yeah, it really doesn't. Really doesn't. But you know what? We'll fill you in on more deals as we end up hearing about them. But yeah, let's switch over to football and let's enjoy a little bit here because there's definitely some big things happening. I mean, one of the things right now that we're watching, Miles Garrett refuses to deal with the Browns. However, the Bills are interested in him.
Okay, well, let me emphasize here. Miles Garrett, I knew, would not want to stay in Cleveland. I know the
Yeah, that's
Browns.
been like the biggest like kept secret for God knows how long. He's
Yeah,
wanted
quite
out.
Yeah, quite literally. And it's been like a month now that Miles Garrett specifically said, I want to be traded. And personally, I wouldn't be surprised if it was either to the Bills or the Eagles because Miles
Right?
Garrett wants to win. And
Yeah.
you know what? And you know what sucks even more? Did you catch this, by the way? That Max Crosby signed a 3-year extension with the Raiders?
Yeah, he did.
So now it went from being Crosby or Garrett. Now it's just Garrett. And I'm
Right,
just saying,
right.
and I'm just saying to
Yeah,
myself, shit, what are they gonna do now?
right. And of course, the Raiders got rid of Gardner Minshew. So
God damn it. Oh, speaking of the Raiders, they actually signed the first free agent of the offseason, which is former Bengals offensive lineman Alex Kappa signed a 2-year, $11.2 million deal with the Las Vegas Raiders.
okay. And then, of course, we had a nice little extension here by the Eagles. Saquon Barkley is going to be staying there for a while longer.
Oh, dude, fuck Philly. All that's doing is just pressuring James Cook because that stupid asshole, by the way, goes on X. Because remember we were talking about
Yeah,
drama, saying I don't want drama. I just want to be paid what I deserve. Yeah, this fucking cunt decides to go on X and sees the news about Saquon Barkley. So Saquon Barkley is now making $41.2 million within that 2-year
yeah.
span because he didn't even he already just finished off the first year of his 3-year deal currently.
Hmm.
So burning that off and winning a Super Bowl, he has 5 more years on his current deal.
Right.
My God, he's gonna be in Philly for a while. And
He'll retire an Eagle by the time he's done.
oh yeah, he'll be very happy to do that.
Oh yeah.
But the point is that James Cook put the googly eyes on X, basically saying, "Oh, that's what I want." Dude, you are not 15 million worthy. You
Right.
are not.
You are not. Saquon Barkley, I can justify it. And he has a ring.
Yes.
Key word, has a ring.
Yeah, so now he makes more money by just $1.5 million than Christian McCaffrey,
Yeah. Which again, he had a hell of a season.
which is funny enough. But in regards to trades, because there were some in the NFL that we have to
Hmm.
go over.
Yeah,
Um,
Debo.
my, oh yes. So Debo Samuel gets traded to the Washington Commanders from the San Francisco 49ers in exchange for what? A sixth round pick for him?
Yeah, something low.
Very, very, very low. And you know what? Now that I think about it, that's not a bad deal for Washington because
No, it
you
really
now
isn't.
have
He gave up next
Zach.
to nothing.
Basically, so you have Jaden Daniels, who had a great rookie year,
Hmm.
went to the freaking conference championship game. That's a hell of an accomplishment.
Yeah.
So they're so confident that they go out and get Debo, which is not a bad thing. But then at the same time, you have Austin Eckler, Ryan Robinson as your 1-2 running backs, Zach Ertz as your TE1. Then
Hmm.
you have Scary Terry and now Debo.
That is a nice upgrade for them.
Big time, big time.
Yeah. They're
And
going to make some noise. They're going to do some damage in the NFC.
I think so too. And you know what? They deserve to be good because
Yeah.
they've been horrible for a long time. They deserve to be good.
Yeah. And they're finally getting the support that they should have had, unlike when Dan Snyder was around.
Oh God, Dan Snyder.
One
That
of the worst owners ever in all of sports.
no doubt about that for sure. I mean, I can't even stand the sight of him just for that.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, if Dan Snyder is watching, this is our opinion only. So, as we say in the disclaimer, we're not responsible for jack shit.
Yeah, for most part. And then because we said Debo got traded, the
Hmm.
Chicago Bears made not one, but two trades. And we're
Hmm.
gonna go over both of them.
Yes, let's do it.
All right. So yesterday, as of what's today, Wednesday?
Yep.
So Tuesday afternoon, the Chicago Bears and the LA Rams have agreed to a trade that will send a 2026 fifth round pick to the LA Rams. Well, yeah, the Rams are getting a 2026 fifth round pick from the Chicago Bears for Jonah Jackson. Good bolster
Ooh.
on the offensive line.
Yeah. And then the second trade they ended up making. How about the fact that they actually acquired All Pro guard Joe Tooney from the Kansas City Chiefs for a 2026 fourth round pick?
That was a big surprise. I,
It
I did
was.
not think that Joe Tooney was going to get traded. I
Yeah.
thought he was going to be a Chief for life. But
I didn't expect it, but when you look at what Chicago did in 2 days, they totally rebuilt the interior of their offensive line.
but you know what? I still think that they're far from done. I mean, adding two big hulking figures to help bolster their offensive line to help Caleb Williams, it's not a bad idea, but
Hmm.
because now you want to be competitive with the Lions. But
Right.
the thing is, we don't really know if Caleb Williams is going to be that guy. We really don't know yet.
Hmm.
I mean, he was horrible in his first year. He could very well develop it behind a really good offensive line, but because that's people always say that if you're going to build a team, the most important position to fill is the offensive line.
Yeah.
That's the second most important position. Not wide receivers, not defensive ends, offensive line.
Yeah. And kudos to the Bears. They're actually making some good moves.
Yeah, big time.
I mean,
Good,
I
good.
would have never thought Joe Tooney would have been leaving the Chiefs.
Yeah, really. I thought he would be there for sure for the rest of his career, but I guess not.
Yeah.
But I mean, do you think though that what was I gonna say? Do you think that Miles Garrett is gonna go to the Bills, or do you think he's gonna go to Philly?
It's a tough one. I mean, if we can restructure some deals and we can free up some cap, I would love to see him here. I would totally love to see Miles Garrett here.
Absolutely, I would welcome that. But remember, he's not the only player that's on the market as well.
Hmm.
DK Metcalf has been making a lot of noise today
Yeah, and he
because,
wants out of
yep,
Seattle.
yep, he has requested a trade. So ever since DK Metcalf has been requesting a trade out of Seattle, there's been a shitload of buzz
Hmm.
about where he's going to end up. Some people said he's going to go to the Ravens to play with Lamar Jackson. Some people even believe, and they are now convinced that he's going to join the Buffalo Bills.
If that were to happen, I would welcome it.
Absolutely. So Corbett Smith, I want to address this real quick. So Corbett Smith from the Emerald Spectrum, he's an insider reporter,
Hmm.
and he also works for Fox 13 in Seattle. He said that DK Metcalf just yet on Sunday, he said that the Bills are monitoring the DK Metcalf situation in Seattle. So, uh-oh. One
Mm,
second.
okay.
Oh, fuck me.
Another trade?
Soon to be another trade between the New York Rangers and the Buffalo Sabres.
Ooh, okay. So we got some breaking news here.
All right, so I'm going to tell you guys y'all now, and then we'll get back to Metcalf. So Roger Hicks of the NHL Insider, and he's speculating because he does a lot of scouting for all the teams in the league.
Hmm.
So he's reporting the New York Rangers have ramped up things with the Sabres in an attempt to acquire JJ Peterka, and the Sabres want something that sounds like a first round pick, a second round pick. They want Chris Kreider just for Peterka, and they also want Kyle Berard as well. And they also want Henry Yokiharu.
Whoa.
This is very interesting. So, hold on. So, a first and second,
Hmm.
Berard. Hold on. So, a first and second, Berard and Kreider for
For
Paterka and
Paterka and
Yokiharu.
Yokiharu.
I mean, that's a lot to give up from the New York Rangers perspective.
Yeah.
I would not trade him to the Rangers at all. And I'm just being
No.
completely honest. Did I say Kyle Berard? I meant to say Brett Berard. I apologize.
All
So
right.
Chris Kreider, Brett Berard, and two high picks, a first and a second for Joker and Paterka.
Wow.
That's what's being reported. That's not an official trade.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Something like that. I would not want to send Paterka to the Rangers.
No, especially from me, I fucking hate the Rangers.
Right. And watch, he'll like destroy us like multiple times a year.
Oh God, no, 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 no. Please no. I
No,
don't want to
please
deal with
do
that.
not happen.
Please, I don't want to deal with it.
No.
Oh God, please no.
Well,
No.
obviously, if
But
that happens, we'll
anyways,
mention something. But anyways, back to DK Metcalf.
yeah. So the Bills were closely monitoring the DK Metcalf situation on Sunday, and there are three teams to be rumored to have called in on Metcalf, and the Bills are confirmed to be one of the teams now. And a
Mhm.
lot of insiders and reports are saying, or at least they're indicating, the Buffalo Bills will like